Hey, I'm going to be reading Mitch O'Farrell's horrible tweet thread from March 27th, a few days after the raid at Echo Park Lake, where he displaced hundreds of the residents that were living at the lake who are homeless, who are sheltering in place from COVID, and I'm going to intercut it with the truth. Get ready. From Mitch O'Farrell. This week showed us that we are capable of changing the status quo when it comes to our approach to homelessness in LA, which has been a failure in the past. Both for our most vulnerable residents who seek shelter and services, and Angelenos who demand safe and secure access to public spaces. With thoughtful and compassionate action, we can strike this balance, which is what we did at Echo Park Lake, where we have now placed 209 people experiencing homeless into transitional shelter with supported services, medical care, and other humane and necessary resources. Untrue.
But somehow they convinced me that they have rooms available, but once you come out, they don't. There's the hotel like all the way in Downey. That's the only one hotel that is taking people, but not around here. But once you're inside the park, they tell you, hey, they have rooms like everywhere, but not actually. I went there. They said that I have to wait. I am on the waiting list.
For months, my team has worked diligently with Urban Alchemy and LASA to focus on housing people experiencing homelessness at Echo Park Lake. Untrue. He hasn't met with them for a year.
Why are you trying to kick us out? You know, Mitch, you didn't want to meet with us last year. You don't want to meet with us this year. What's going on behind your closed doors, man? Just come meet with us, because what you're doing is displacing.
Speaking of Urban Alchemy, here is a video that they recently deleted from their Twitter showing a man and his face having an overdose. Approach has been compassionate, thoughtful, and mission-driven. And what was requested by our office by Echo Park's unhoused community. Unfucking true.
That the people here have spoken. We do not want this park shut down. We want services, not sweeps.
With 209 placements, it's clear that our approach has been a success.
By now, I'm gonna sleep on the street. I have nowhere to go.
As my team and I spent months successfully housing people, untrue, it has also been clear that Echo Park Lake is badly in need of repairs, which are now underway. Untrue. This week, as we continued to work to house people and the park prepared to temporarily close and begin its repairs, LAPD was deployed to ensure this work could be effectuated safely. This is the week where LAPD shot 7 people, NLASD.
Great when they put the fuel dumps on these helicopters. I would have dumped it on Glendale Boulevard a long time ago. I'll bring the match.
A small
Housing is a human right. Fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. Fight.
Over 400 people, but vocal contingent of outside groups sought to escalate the situation, untrue, repeatedly issuing credible threats in an attempt to disrupt our efforts to place people into housing. Untrue. Everyone has the right to peacefully assemble, but it is simply unacceptable for anyone to thwart our work to house people. Maybe if you did that in the first place, we wouldn't be there. A number of protesters also chose to agitate officers and repeatedly violated a dispersal order.
There's another line there. We can't leave. He's about to fire on people that can't go anywhere. You can see them, see? They're telling us to leave the area. We physically cannot.
After an incident involving the use of a strobe light temporarily blinded an officer. Someone shone a flashlight in his face. Get over it. This regrettably led to the arrest of 182 individuals, including the detainment of 2 reporters, a very unfortunate outcome we all hoped would be avoided. Thankfully, the reporters were quickly released. They kettled all of the media, trying to get them to separate from the actual people who were protesting. Also arrested 2 people who live at Echo Park Lake, and LAPD broke someone's arm. Let's be clear, though, none of our work with unhoused individuals at Echo Park Lake stretching over a period of months and continuing into this week has been violent or police-led. Roll the clip.
We are said that we are told that we are being evicted, unlawfully evicted. We have not seen any signs. We have not seen any kind of like forewarning. There are residents in this park. We're still under COVID protection, and the city seems fit to come under the night, send police officers to threaten us, bully us, to try to get us out of our home, and they're not providing any alternative, long-lasting, concrete, viable solutions.
Both the unhoused and housed neighbors of Echo Park Lake know that our efforts have been led by outreach workers and service providers, not police. What efforts?
We threw away the trash. We cleaned up the park. So come work with us, Mitch. Work with us and help turn District 13 into what it could be.
In fact, I have been a leader in our city's efforts to create an unarmed response model, particularly when it comes to responding to homelessness and about the mental health crisis. I was one of the first council members to sign on to this initiative when it was introduced last year. This commitment to unarmed response has been central to our outreach to people experiencing homelessness at Echo Park Lake. Untrue. The dedicated team of outreach workers funded by my office includes individuals with lived experience being homeless and for months, and they work to build relationships and trust with the unhoused. Untrue.
You said that you would meet with us. Please have your staff pick up the phone, have Luis or somebody pick up the phone, take our call, and let's set up the meeting. The county health department got no advance notice of this, and we would rather have a meeting with you where we can do COVID.
True. I'm disappointed that some local elected officials valuing politics over finding real housing solutions in their own districts have sought to mischaracterize our successful work to house people.
In the end, the Queen of Echo Park did move into a hotel, but it wasn't paid for by the city, but through the charity of the activists.
They have also wrongly conflated our efforts to house individuals with our larger conversations about police reform, in addition to misleading people. This rhetoric does a great disservice to Angelenos, both unhoused and housed, and it needs to stop. Fuck you. Moving forward, we must work together as we move beyond the 209 unhoused individuals at Echo Park Lake and provide housing solutions to the more than 41,000 people experiencing homelessness in Los Angeles. This is my commitment, and I hope you will join me. This is so ratioed. Fuck you, Mitch O'Farrell.